This road trip could not have come at a better time. Toronto was intense the weeks before this trip. Here I skated in the densest crowd I've ever attempted on blades. So yes, this trip to Philadelphia to roll with other skaters is timely.
We're 1 hour south of Buffalo and just a mere, 7 hours? He's only thrown
five or six times. He's doing well.
But now he's falling asleep. He's been a good boy and he didn't give the border agent any trouble. And that's what we were most worried about. Him getting detained for saying something he shouldn't. Fitness club called Jet.
So in some ways my trip through New York State and Pennsylvania was what I expected. Small little towns, many big cities along the way. But what I didn't expect was how dense these forests were. It's almost like impenetrable rainforest for like hundreds of miles. But yes, let's fast forward to Philly. Here's the first time I've ever seen Philadelphia. I was really happy. It's pretty.
Yeah, no, that's the official.
December, yeah.
But we post up awesome. And we have a core group that just always looks for the post and we come out and skate.
Nice.
Yeah.
Skater Goga.
Skater Goga. Greg makes some really funny comments to the camera.
Come down.
Gonna run up the steps. Come on, skate.
My desired outcome on these steps is of course to be the one at the top first. If you're not first, you're not Rocky, right? I'm doing a lot of crossovers here. I think it's because the steps aren't super deep. Or maybe I'm just being sassy. And on the other side, we get to take some easy speed and catch a much needed breeze. The road speed in Philadelphia was pretty good. These pavements are dense, not too abrasive. The tar snakes aren't nearly as wide as what you would find a little further north. Look at that pack. Nice crossovers. I would say the most challenging surface was near the beginning of the park. Even though this is a downhill, it's pretty rough. I had to stride down this downhill a little bit. The pavement is very consistent here, but it's that rough momentum sapping gradient. I consider myself very lucky to have a sponsorship from Sonic Sports. Sonic Sports created a multi-tool for skating that actually wound up in the Museum of Modern Art in New York, exporting some culture from our culture. I really wanted to hit that slanty wall just a little bit harder, maybe go on that ledge. But I figured my first time in Philadelphia, it'd probably be best if I didn't land on a person from above. Okay, I'm going to warn you in a little bit. There will be some chapters, including Dexter, just to break up the skating because I got so much footage. Dexter really wanted that guy's ball. The hunter would not be denied though. Okay, that's a bit overkill.
Come on, baby. You're gonna have a heart attack.
Okay, this is Cliff. Cliff organized the skate, and Cliff sent me multiple invitations to come to Philly and is the driving force behind me getting there. He is today's afternoon skate leader, and he constructed the route. Cliff a couple of months ago said if I come to the skate, he'll name it 10 places Bill Stoppard would want to skate. And you know, he found 10 places that I really would want to skate. I would skate all these 10 places. Maybe not on the same day generally, but these people are brutes. We took in a lot today. So I did get a lot of footage, but I tried not to get too carried away. I tried to enjoy the skate and talk to some people and feel the flow. This looks pretty fast. This is at the Penn State Athletic Facilities. Sonic Sports was also a sponsor of the Philadelphia Free Skate Weekend. Everybody wants a Sonic Sports t-shirt, but not everyone can have one. Oh, that sucks. He was alright, but yeah, he did have some good road burn. That dog rocks. He'll do anything. So this is my favorite place to skate. In the city, hard pavements, and lots of shade. I like the personality of the pavement here, as I mentioned earlier, because it gives my feet something to do. You get that back and forward. You almost feel like you're painting the surface with your wheels, if you're paying close attention. Every street here has an architectural wonder. It's just amazing. I'll definitely come back. I feel like I needed like a full production crew to get the kind of movie I wanted from Philly. It's just that kind of city. So another new valued sponsor of BSS is Blader Union. BladerUnion.com is the central hub for rollerblading content. They provide the latest articles, videos, podcasts, and more from around the rollerblading world. Every day in one spot, so you'll always be up to date. So for my hardcore subscribers, if you've ever wondered why I don't do Red July regularly, there's a very full answer in a recent article published in Blader Union. It's the Liberty Bell. And my current tour guide points out the New American Revolution Museum. I did want to make sure she wasn't talking about the New American Revolution. And that got us all talking about politics and reminded me that I was in a sanctuary city because people were making sense. We all barely had energy to be enthusiastic here, but I appreciate the try. Look at those tired bastards. And one more blast of my little white piglet.
The love of my life.
So for functional and pacing reasons, music and other reasons, I am a solo skater. But I love these times that I come out and I get to meet other skaters, be around people who prioritize the things I prioritize. The synchronicity you find on these group skates kind of touches you primally. When you see people who aren't even consciously trying to harmonize with the person next to them, but do. Even on this rough pavement, it does happen occasionally. Sometimes for just a few strides, but that's enough. There's also the synchronicity that comes at the end of a skate. You felt with your legs and feet and body what nobody else has felt. Nobody else could feel without skates on. Skating at the same time, taking on the same challenges, facing the same dangers, feeling the same exhilaration on the downhill is something that really ties us together. So this Philly Free Skate had 5 different skate sessions. After this skate, I was planning only to attend the skate the following afternoon. Of course, I would be attending all post-skate festivities this time. This Philadelphia weekend is not just a skate event, but it's a holiday.
This is like a pretty long skate on some rough pavement. It's
fantastic. These people are hardcore.
Cliff really did plan this route quite well. There were some intricate corridors we went down to link up to other neighborhoods, some great downhills which we earned on some torn up hills. It was a flawless route. The next day, I get down there and I shoot a couple things in the area, and I notice on the way to the steps that it's getting very dark. And then the skies unleash. I got there just as everybody was heading out. They were packing up the rollerblade van and they pulled me in too. Gave me a ride to my rendezvous point, pulled right up on the curb and made sure I didn't get all my equipment wet. It was so helpful because on this day I brought all the cameras. I was disappointed, but I was fairly relaxed with the whole thing. But I really wanted those shots. Next time. Oh, miles from rollerblade there again. We're deep in the skate world here. Dr. Scott on the left dropped some heavy science regarding the human body, performance, and inline skating. This guy, I hung out with him for like a whole night. He was cool as shit. People were just so well-natured everywhere I went. Whether I was asking for help or just having some casual interaction. So thank you, Philadelphia. You reminded me of one very important thing, and that's the fact that we do in fact have a strong culture within the inline skating world. There are a bunch of cities I could go to and roll and interact with people just like this. I don't know if you can do that in other sports. Just show up in a city on a weekend and meet a bunch of people that want to meet other people in the sport regardless of their ability. Being a skater is enough. So the way back wasn't any easier for Snibbler. We made a lot of stops though. We did think it prudent not to stop for too long at any particular place midway through Pennsylvania because there were some pretty angry lawn signs along the way. Oh, and these bumper stickers.
Woe to the rebellious children.
Woe to the rebellious children was actually a sign on a mailbox. Guess that means we're going to hell. That's basically it, and that's my trip to Philadelphia. They are rolling multiple times every week in Philadelphia. This was just a highlight on their calendar. That was Buffalo. You can't have a Mercedes license plate on a Chrysler. Give it up. It's wrong. And back in Toronto. Yeah, I like Toronto. If you don't like my skates, get the hell out of my country.